Hey, what's going on, guys? As always, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is enjoying their day. For those who has been tuning into RBC, I'm so grateful. I really am. I appreciate you guys for sharing the content, still subscribing, still watching the videos, still making great comments on the teachings and on the content that's on there. For those who are new, welcome to RBC, where we're talking about community issues, whether political or otherwise. And I hope that these videos and the content on here will give you opportunity to empower yourself to look at community issues where you live and see if these changes can be made. Real quick, I just want to just kind of touch on a few things. I know I was talking with a friend today, and we are talking about some different issues when it comes to law enforcement. He used to work in the Capitol as a law enforcement officer or a security company and stuff like that. Some changes. And I know we've been talking about law enforcement, and I'm not taking away from George Floyd. I'm not taking away from any of those types of things. It was justice served. Okay. If police act in a manner that is not professional and conducive to all citizens, especially African Americans, then justice should be served swiftly and harshly. However, with the political agenda of defunding the police, I want to see y'all thoughts on how law enforcement is taking a trend today. It was interesting. I had a personal experience where I live, and I went to the grocery store. I was getting some groceries, and the teller, the cashier, and it was an individual. Before I went to the store, it was this individual out there. She was pandering, and she was, not really a nuisance to people, but you can tell people were looking at her because she was out there. She didn't have much clothes on, and she was exposing herself, indecent exposure, pandering, a few other different small charges. And then she was just in the parking lot. All right. And we can get into, first thing I said, well, this is a predominantly white neighborhood. So we can get into those things and say, well, if it was a black man that did these things, then they would be in jail. White person don't go to jail like that. So our first thought came to my mind. But, nevertheless, we give people the benefit of the doubt. And then I went to the store and I was talking to the cashier and I said, well, hey, what are y'all doing about that? What if that lady could be harassing? And she said, yeah, we called the police and they came and they said there's nothing we can do. We just let it go. Yeah. And then next thing you know, another, person, homeless, vagrant, come in there and he takes a 24 pack of beer. And he walks out and they say, hey, we just check you out in aisle 9. And he said, after checking out, I'm walking out the door with the beer. And he says, bye-bye. And I'm sitting here looking at this lady. I said, y'all ain't gonna call the police. Y'all not, thinking in my head, it's like, what if it been me? What if it been me stealing, right? And they said, there's nothing we can do. They said, that we called the police and they're not doing anything about it. It was another instance. I was talking to my wife and she said that it was another instance where a guy went and stole something small from one of the gas stations, the bodegas, and they went and took something out of there. And the man just did it, and he said nothing they could do. So what is going on with police? And I read a couple articles, and with short staffing, COVID, and that police are divesting their careers. They're retiring a lot faster. They're quitting a lot faster. And they're just going on about their way because of what's happening with the justice system. A lot of police are getting caught. They're being prosecuted. They're being held to a standard. That's one of the agendas of the political agenda of the Biden administration. And there's not a lot of police officers. They're overworked. And they start to divest or start to streamline their services. Certain cities, major cities, they're not doing certain things. How do you feel in your community where the only time they respond is for murder, child abuse, domestic violence, or major crimes? Stuff like pulling traffic stops, pandering, theft, robbery, small petty crimes. We just talk small theft, a break-in here and there. A couple of homeless people might have been pandering, soliciting for money. We might have some other smaller crimes, a traffic stop, tail light out. These small crimes, they're letting people go because they don't have the manpower. They don't have the time. They're stretched thin. They can't get recruits fast enough, trained recruits fast enough. Because again, it's about training. Those experienced officers have been on the force 10 plus years. They're retiring or they're quitting. There's some that remain and they're overworked. So we got to look at these different things. How are you dealing with a break-in your community? If someone breaks into your home, are you prepared to defend yourself? Those who hate the police, are you okay with police not dealing with nothing? Are you okay with the police not engaging in your community? And we're talking to everybody. We're not just talking because some people may feel like it's okay. We're talking. That's the question I want to ask a lot of people. We're talking black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We're talking all neighborhoods. Those who listen, depending on where you live in the country or the world. Are you okay with lack of presence of law enforcement? Do you rather have police not interfere with crime? Do you just rather him come when someone's dead or major issue? And you can just handle all the other stuff. If someone break into your house and the police take 30, 45 minutes, or they may just come and just send them away. Are you okay with someone standing on your corner and selling drugs? Are you okay with someone pandering and sitting on your corner pandering for money when you walk past? Your kids get off the school bus and there's a homeless man there just, hey, you got $2 pandering. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with traffic stop and it could be potential drug, someone's DUI? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with somebody just drinking and driving? You know what I'm saying? So think about these things real quickly. Think about those things and really understand the presence of law enforcement. Again, I'm not taking away from those who abuse their badge, but law enforcement do have a purpose, and I'm not advocating either way. I just want to know, are you okay with what's going on in your communities today? Are you okay with where things are going? We should have major presence or medium to no presence. Should this country be ran by the Constitution in the sense where we have our own militia and we protect our own communities? And in a way, we should. There's some communities that do protect their own. They don't get involved in. They don't let police get involved. And I agree. We should have some type of interaction or engagement with our communities without police presence. We should be assisting police when it comes to certain things. You should be alerting the police and saying, hey, this is going on in my community. Or should we just take it upon ourselves? There's some cities where they have a actual citizen patrol, support group that takes over when the police don't respond. This is the culture we're moving in when it comes to law enforcement. So I just want to hear y'all feedback. Just real quick. Do you think that the way law enforcement is being conducted today, is it the right way to go or not? Do we need police? Should we just do it ourselves? Should police just interfere with the major crimes, the stuff that some obviously civilians are not equipped to handle, or should they get involved in everything? Thoughts? Because some cities, they don't have the police presence, and if they do, they're stretched thin. Seattle, 197, 200 officers down. Crime is increasing, more and more vagrancy. Harassments from women reporting harassments to the police, and they don't have the manpower. Even interesting, some cases, people that have been, so for example, a family member brutally murdered, their cases are put on hold. They say they're not solving no type of cases until we get to staffing. So now you're grieving and you not knowing what happened to your loved one. Your loved one get killed in cold blood, and they can't solve the case. Why? Because they don't have the manpower. Is it the political tensions and overriding of law enforcement being prosecuted, or is it the short staffing due to COVID-19? So your thoughts, guys, and y'all let me know what y'all want to do. Put in the comments, man. Put in the comments and let me know what y'all think. And on that note, bid y'all farewell. Leave your comments, requests if you want things to be looked at and taught. You want me to talk on certain issues? Let me know. And y'all have a good day.